Welcome to another episode of Timone Show. I'm actually here by myself this time. I don't have a guest with me. But I just want to. I did my discussion on Endgame uh, a couple days ago, and it got kind of crowded with there was a lot of crosstalk, and we didn't. We talked so much, and we missed a lot of key character points. So this is one thing I wanted. I'm going to talk about some of the plot that we missed and some of the key character moments that we missed, and probably in more of a better detail. I was waiting for a guest to come on and join me. But he's got family stuff, and family comes first. So let's go on. Let's do this. Hold on. Did I start? I did start. Why isn't it popping up on my Why is it popping up on my screen here? Let's refresh this. Hopefully there's no sound. Good. Good. There we go. There we go. Back to normal. All right. So, man, I didn't even talk about the very beginning of the movie. So, the very beginning of the movie, our man Hawkeye's family's getting snapped. Felix Haas live chat, the girl power scene, and the Carl Manvers at the end sucked. I'll get to that. I'll get to that. I actually have a theory about how like Brie Larson, I think, like really pushed for that girl power scene at the end. But right now we're in the beginning. My man Hawkeye's family just got snapped, and it happened so beautifully, but like not beautifully, but in an artistic sense, because every time someone's disappearing, it's happening outside of his vision. Like he's going to go grab some more arrows or whatever for his daughter, and he calls his daughter Hawkeye, and that's the first time we hear anybody even say Hawkeye in the entire MCU. So like, that's cool. He calls his daughter Hawkeye because she's kicking ass with the bow and arrow, or whatever. Goes grab some more shit out the shed. His wife asks some stupid shit like, "Do you want mayonnaise on your hot dog?" Like, what the fuck? Who said shit like that? She just his wife almost deserved to get snapped just for asking a dumbass question like that. But anyways, I digress. Um, I dig. So he turns around and his daughter's already dusted. Like you could see the ashes floating in the air, and he's just like, "What the fuck?" And he turns around and his family's dust. You can see the dust, and like they're far away too. They're like hundreds away, and you can still see their dust. Like, dude, it's so crazy. It's so fucking crazy. And then it just goes to it doesn't go to 5 years later yet. It goes to the Avengers base. Wait, no, it goes to space. It goes to space. We got Tony and Nebula kicking it. They're playing football, paper football with the with like some aluminum paper, or whatever they have there on the Benatar. I always want to call it the Milano, but I forgot they get rid of the Milano in between Guardians 1 and 2. So they're in the Benatar. Just him, and they're just kicking it. Like they show a scene with like Tony offering Nebula food, but like she's like, "I don't need to eat. I'm a robot. Here, you take it." They don't say it; it's showing it. You know, show and tell, show not tell. They do a lot of that good stuff in this movie. Show and not tell. Fucking boom. When you meet Professor Hulk, there's a little bit of exposition in there, but it's not that long. It's like a paragraph, or not even paragraph, a couple sentences, and like boom, that's it. Um, so Tony, Nebula kicking it. He's sending the message to Pepper Potts that we've seen in all the trailers. Um, and then Captain Marvel shows up, brings their ship to the base. So this happened after the end of Captain Marvel, because end of Captain Marvel they show her like, where the fuck's Fury? So this happened after, they're like, well, Tony was fighting Thanos on Titan, maybe you can find him, and like all this stuff. And she goes and finds him, brings him to the Avengers base. Tony is just letting Cap have it, dude. He's like, where were you when everything was falling apart? When the West was all but one. He was going fucking, like, he can barely stand, dude. He's like malnourished and shit, dude. He hadn't eaten like properly in 2 days. Um, so he's weak. He can barely stand. His mind is all over the place. He's letting fucking Cap America have it though. He's like, fuck you. We need an suit of armor. Like a suit of armor everywhere would have stopped Thanos, dude. Like Tony was going crazy for a second. They're like, we're gonna go kill Thanos. We're gonna leave you. We're gonna leave Tony here. So like, well, the sedative we gave him was gonna last a while. So they go to fucking New Titan to fight Thanos. And this Thanos is like a pussy ass Thanos. He used the Infinity Stones in the first movie, and now he used them again to destroy them. They're like, where are the stones? He's like, they're gone, dude. They don't exist anymore, bro. I fucking destroyed them. They're like, fuck. So Thor instantly just cuts his head off. Everyone else is trying to get like questions and shit out of him. Thor just fucking cuts his head off. Fucking Captain Marvel has him in a headlock and shit. Who else is there holding him down? Cap was holding him down, and Natasha was holding him down. Rocket was there, like held big ass gun. You can barely see Rocket in this little picture down here. Little Rocket. Rocket's holding, Rocket's always doing. He's holding big ass guns and shit, dude. Like he'd be a good Doom character. All that. And then it just jumps to 5 years later. And you're sitting there in the theater like, what the fuck, dude? 5 years? And then I'm instantly just thinking about like, none of the Spider-Man shit's gonna make any goddamn sense unless everybody in the motherfucking school got snapped. Which is possible. But like, because I don't know if it was like specific by region. Like 50% of New York's population snapped, and 50% of Iowa's, and 50%, and pretty sure it's just all random, like just whatever was going on in the planet. So all of Spider-Man's motherfuckers all got snapped at the same time. I mean, I don't know. I can kind of be with it, but 5 years in the future, technically 4, because it's still 2018. I think it's still 2018 when it does the 5 years later. So it's technically 4 years later because we're in 2019. It was 2023. Yeah, it was 2023 in the future. I only saw the movie once. Everyone else watching has seen this shit like 5 times. I almost went and saw it again after work, but I was waiting for a buddy to do this recording. Family first, like I said before. So it's 5 years later. They go. So a rat is walking around in Scott Lang's and Michael Pena's little van with the La Cucaracha horn. A rat is running around on the dashboard, and it ends up hitting these controls of the little fucking realm machine they made in Ant-Man and the Wasp. So the rat's flipping these switches or whatever. Master Splinter is the savior of the MCU because he rescues Ant-Man. Ant-Man gets out of there. And he goes straight to the Avengers base, like, I know stuff about quantum science. Kinda. Let's go meet up with Tony Stark. So they go meet up with Tony Stark. Tony Stark's a dad. They really did name the daughter after Pepper's uncle Morgan. So her name is Morgan Stark. She's cool. Um, she's rocking around in Pepper's rescue helmet. That's the name of her Iron Man suit is Rescue. Um, she's doing all that. Uh, Captain America, Natasha, and Ant Man all show up to Tony Stark's house. They're like, "Let's do quantum science, dude. We know how to time travel. It's just like Back to the Future, like all this stupid shit." And they're like, "No, no, it's not." Tony Stark figures out time travel overnight. He fucking speeds to the Avengers base, like, dude, all right, I got this. Well, no, first they go to Professor Hulk's house, or not his house. They meet him at the diner. Tony does fucking figure out time travel overnight, like just willy nilly in his basement. Um, so they go and meet Professor Hulk at this diner, and he's just chilling. He's like, dude, I had it all wrong. Hulk wasn't the bad guy. I always thought Hulk was a disease and all this, man. I fucking learned how to embrace both, man. I got the strength of Hulk and the mind of Banner now. Like, this is where it's at. And he's like super funny, dude. He's like side graphs and shit. Ant-Man's getting jealous. And then later, he's like, the jealousy just turns into like, he's like, all right, dude, fuck. No one knows who I am. Fine, whatever. Um, I'm like, who would though? Like Ant Man does his like he did do the fucking turn big or whatever, but that was in goddamn it San Francisco, dude. Like they're in New York and shit now. Um, yeah, dude. Like they're not doing any West Coast Avengers shit. Yep, I just started. Actually, my guest is joining. All right, sorry for that delay. Got to text my guest. I got a guest joining, the one I was waiting for. Finally got some family stuff taken care of with the kids. And um, let's see. Let's see what's going on here. All right, that's still fine. Um, now we're in we get to one of the biggest plot points ever, ever. The shit that I was waiting for the whole time. The shit I forgot to discuss on my part one is goddamn Ronin, dude. Goddamn Ronin. Hawkeye is just out on vengeance, dude. He's just in Japan. He's killing in Japan, just killing fucking Yakuza. Like, not giving a fuck, dude, because he's like, my family got snapped and they're innocent. All these other guilty motherfuckers didn't get snapped. So I'm snapping their necks, cutting their throats. Fucking Ronin was the man, dude. And if Hawkeye was in the first movie, the like Infinity War, they wouldn't even had Endgame because he's the best. He is goddamn best. I thought Ivan jumped on for a second. I heard some breathing. He called me Brotato. Um, hey Ivan, what's happening?
What's up?
So I was started talking about some plot points by myself. I went from the beginning of the movie to the point now where Ronan had just shown up, and like because how Natasha and everyone split off to find more of the Avengers members, so they went and found Ronan. And then they're on their way to go to New Asgard to hang out with Fat Thor for a little bit.
You know what's funny is Gabriel just turned on Fortnite. Oh, good shit.
Felix in the live chat says, hi, Ivan.
Hello, hello.
Oh, I got to put this on present to everyone. All right. God damn it. All right. So, fucking, I was just talking about how badass Ronin is, and if Hawkeye was in the first movie in the Avengers Infinity War, they wouldn't even had Endgame because they would have won. And like,
Yeah, Ronan is pretty badass. He needs his own movie.
Dude, you missed it when I was talking about how his Hawkeye's wife deserved to get snapped for asking if he wanted mayo on his hot dog. Like,
I think that's a regional thing.
Who the fuck asks questions like that, dude? Like,
I don't know. His wife apparently she's secluded.
She's like, you want mayo or ketchup? Both of those are wrong answers. Like,
well, it's because you're in Chicago and they'd kill you if you put ketchup on your hot dog. So
I didn't even know that was a thing until I was like 25.
I put ketchup on everything. I'm not that picky. So,
well, when I was a kid, I just didn't like ketchup. Now I don't care. Like, I just didn't like it at all when I was a kid. So, like, I just fit in naturally, I guess, out here.
yeah, you must. There's a hot dog guy that's always in front of Home Depot out here, and he's been there since I was little. So he's been doing that shit for a long time. And on his little hot dog stand, there's a sign that says if you ask for ketchup, it's $1 million. And he's from Chicago, so makes sense.
So Natasha's meeting up with Ronan. I don't know. Did they exchange much dialogue when they first met up again, or no? Was it just like, hey?
No, just that hug of like finding him.
I get
finally.
it, bro. Yeah. So, but then, was it Ant-Man and Hulk on their way to meet Fat Thor?
It was. No, it was. God damn it! I have to watch the movie again already.
Well, fucking Fat Thor, or not Fat Thor, but Hulk's in the back of a truck, and
yeah, that's
actually
right.
pretty
That's right.
good.
He was in the back of the truck. But who was in the truck? Who went to go get him? Because it was Rocket and damn it, Rocket, Hulk, and there was a third, wasn't there? Because he didn't drive the damn truck. Might have been.
Well, anyways, the trio goes and gets Fat Thor. Chili and cheese on the hot dog. That's what Felix Haas says. Yeah, you can get chili and cheese on the hot dog, dude. Fucking, that was one of my go-tos because I grew up watching the Sonic the Hedgehog cartoon.
Yeah.
And he loved chili dogs. And so I'm like, chili dogs are good. Chili dogs are fine, Felix. And Fat Thor is just a mess, dude. He's like, and Korg's playing Fortnite. He's getting fucking controlled by some dude named like Noob Cybot, fucking 24/7.
Some 12-year-old kid.
Yeah, and he's talking shit to Korg, and Korg couldn't take it, man. Korg could not take it. He's like, dude, he's calling me a dickhead. What do I do? Thor's like, give me that shit.
That was one of the best parts.
I like within that 5 years, and with Asgard's living on New Asgard on Earth or whatever, Thor started to figure out like modern technology.
Right? And you got
he's got
1,500-year-old guy talking shit to a 12-year-old kid on Fortnite.
Yeah, and he's got Wi-Fi in his house, dude. And 5 years ago in Infinity War, he still probably didn't know what Wi-Fi was, you know, like
probably not.
I would say 5 years.
He's got his own electricity. He's got his own fucking electricity.
Yeah. Well, yeah, dude. Dude, do you think he powers the whole fucking village?
Probably. I mean, it's like some random cliff town.
I would move to New Asgard for free energy.
I would move there just because there's fucking Thor and Korg and Valkyrie there. That's
no, badass. Thor doesn't live there. Thor doesn't live there anymore. He moved in with the Guardians.
Guardians, yeah. That's true, but there's still fucking Pegasus or whatever her horse's name is.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it was so dope riding that when she was riding that Pegasus. At first, Peter Parker, like they rode by Peter Parker, he's like, "Oh, this is cool." Then he's like, gave a double take, like, "Oh shit, dude, that's a fucking Pegasus."
I thought it was funny that he was like this little tiny baby being protected by all the women of Marvel, just getting passed around. That shit was hilarious.
That was pretty good. Felix actually wants me to talk shit about the girl power scene, and I probably will once I get there. And so Thor, they eventually get Thor to come with them. And he's just like, nah, he's like just rocking around in a bathrobe and shit, dude. His beard's fucking gross. His hair's almost dreaded. He's going through. He went through the worst PTSD out of everybody.
Yeah, the hidden kind, like the funny guy kind. That's the worst kind.
Yeah, I heard, and I've read articles that fucking just bashed fucking Fat Thor and bashed depression. Or not really bashed depression, but bashed how Marvel dealt with depression and dealt with Fat Thor and his depression and his PTSD and stuff.
They showed a bunch of aspects of it though, like between Cap, Tony, fucking Hawkeye, and Thor is like all different, like way different aspects of PTSD.
People are getting mad about the Thor stuff though, like there was one person, I think it might have been on Twitter, is like, I went through the same stuff Thor did. I got out of shape and I'm fat and depressed or whatever, and and all they're doing is just making fat jokes and lazy jokes and shit about it, and they're fucking they didn't deal with it. I'm like, they did deal with it. Dude, Thor went and talked to his mom in the fucking past movie. Instead of doing the mission, he went and talked to his mom, and then he called fucking Mjolnir, found out he's still worthy. And then he became a badass at the end, dude. Like, WTF,
yeah, and it's not
dude.
it's not like people with PTSD get accepted very well. They get made fun of for the position that they're in because people don't understand it. So it was portrayed perfectly.
Mm-hmm. And with the best part of it, it was all depressed people just roasting each other. That's what comedians do. Come on now.
Dude, that's what comedy is.
It was all for depressed people roasting each other. It was Tony calling him Lebowski, and then it was everybody.
I lost it as soon as Tony was on. That was the first thing out of his mouth, and I lost it.
Tony was giving it to everyone. He was calling Rocket Ratchet.
Tony always does, though.
Yeah, he was giving it to everybody, and it was all people who went through the exact same shit. So I'm pretty sure they're fucking eligible to fucking roast each other and give each other a hard time. They all went through it together.
It's like the perfect portrayal of depression because you have all of these people who are suffering but don't see each other, how each other is going through it. So they just kind of like say it from their point of view, and that's exactly what happens in the real world. So,
dude, I really liked it in the beginning when Tony just went off on fucking Steve. Like, he's like, dude, we needed armor in every fucking place, and fucking you were never there when we need you, and blah blah blah. It's like, and then he just like passed out and fucking just like crumbled to the fucking ground and shit. I was like, dude,
yeah, that's when he first came back, when he got rescued.
That's an Oscar-worthy performance. Just that fucking scene right there, dude. Like,
well, it's true though. He goes back to, was it Iron Man 2 where he started talking about, or when he was in front of Congress talking about how he wanted to put a suit everywhere and make it accessible for anybody, and it was a nice flashback to
he had them
original
in Age
vision.
of Ultron. he had them in Age of Ultron though too. So like,
Yep.
he had Iron Man suits everywhere, and they were kicking ass, dude. Until fucking Ultron hacked one. But yeah, dude, just that scene alone, dude. They had Tony fucking actually looking like he was surviving in space by himself with just one other person for 22 days, fucking barely eating, fucking just doing just the bare minimum to survive. He was filthy. He lost a lot of weight. And,
It was like the reverse
and then
Captain America.
as soon as he came back, dude, his mind was just everywhere. He just wanted to fucking talk about all the shit that he hasn't been able to talk about in 22 days. And it just all goes off at once, and he just fucking crumbles to the ground because that's how much energy that took. That shit's beautiful, dude. Like,
Can't blame him.
I remember when I was going through physical therapy just for my broken hand, and like just going through an hour and a half of physical therapy for like 3 days a week. I'd do that hour and a half, and I'd go home, and I'd be like just ready to knock the fuck out, dude. Like, it took a lot of energy to recover.
Always does. Physical or emotional.
Yeah, it does. So fast forward back to where we left off. We got the Avengers all working on time travel, quantum physics shit, dude. Rocket's just always wrenching on the Benatar. Like, he doesn't really give a fuck about anything else at the time. Like, everything else is gone, dude. He's just got Nebula, and he doesn't even know if he gets along with her.
I like I love that they put her more in the movie than previous. It's awesome.
I liked how she was like an essential plot in the movie. Like, she was important to have in this movie. And I always liked her more than Gamora anyways. For one, I think she's fucking sexier, even though she's a robot. Mainly a robot. Well, like, I don't know, dude. She's out. I just like bad chicks, I guess. I don't know. Crazy chicks.
She's pretty crazy, but she's torn between good and bad.
Yeah,
she does very well portraying.
She's mainly good now, dude. She's fucking found the light. She's like, hey, these people don't fucking tear off my fucking limbs when I fuck up. These people are pretty cool.
That's exactly what got Gamora's attention. Like, holy shit, you're not the same person I was just dealing with 10 minutes ago. Who the fuck are you, and how'd you change? And that's how she got her trust. That was awesome.
Yeah, because 2014 would never betray you. Fucking, I got your back, Daddy T. You know, like. So this is what happened. Everybody goes back to all these different movies. Fucking Captain America. I knew this shit was gonna happen. Captain America in the trailers, like, you got your missions. You got your your teams. You got your missions. So fucking do it. So Rocket and Thor go to Thor 2, The Dark World. Tony, Steve, Hulk, and Ant-Man.
For what?
And yeah, Tony, Ant-Man, Steve, and Hulk go to the first Avengers movie.
Yeah.
And,
to steal the Tesseract from when they were in the tower.
And then where don't they go somewhere else? Someone else. Hawkeye and Natasha go to Avengers Infinity War to meet up with Red Skull.
Oh yeah, that wasn't Infinity War. Yeah, that's right. So before Thanos got to it.
Yeah. So 2012 mission, they get one of the stones, but they fail to get the Tesseract. Fucking Loki ends up getting the Tesseract. So there's a 2012 Loki in an alternate timeline floating around with the Tesseract doing Loki shit.
He's getting a Disney Plus show, so
yeah, I think that's what the Disney Plus show is going to be about, is fucking Loki doing shenanigans with the Tesseract. And there's also a period in the Thor: The Dark World where Mjolnir is going to be missing for a while, unless Steve dropped it back off to exactly when Thor took which he probably did.
I'm pretty sure he did. So that was his whole ending, wasn't it?
Yeah, but
Like he
he
went
mainly
and
just
relived all of that stuff.
he mainly said he was dropping the stones back. I don't know if he said he was dropping off Mjolnir or not, but I'm guessing he did
He
because
left with it, didn't he?
I think so. I think so. He probably had it on his back or some shit. I don't know. Wouldn't that be so cool, dude? Because I bet if you're able to lift Mjolnir, I bet it's like light as a feather.
Well, it's supposed to be.
So you can get them
I
fucking full powered slings. Like, whoa, man.
think they
Oh
addressed the
man.
actual amount of pounds that it is in the comics. I think it's like 40 something pounds. It's not terribly heavy. It's just enchanted.
Yeah. I found a replica. There was a replica of Mjolnir came up on the Wish app today for $75. And I was like, damn, that's probably actually legit. But I don't trust Wish. They're always trying to sell me drugs and shit. And like fucking they're trying to sell me like meth pipes and fucking like tiny bags of fucking powder. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? What are you doing? I don't buy drugs offline.
That's ridiculous. I've never used the Wish app, but that's hilarious.
I've never used it. I just see what pops up on my Facebook ad. It's like, what the fuck? Today was all cool shit though. It was like tactical gear and superhero pillows, an Iron Man toy for $25 and fucking Mjolnir replica. I'm like, dude, now you're speaking my language, dude. Like so fucking they failed the mission in 2012. Thor totally disregards the goddamn mission in Thor Ragnarok to hang out with his mom, and Rocket does the extracting the ether out of Natalie Portman. That sounded better than I thought it would. I'd like to extract the ether out of Natalie Portman.
I bet.
Yeah, sure would. Ever since the prequel tridge, Star Wars, man, I was like, she's got it going on. Anakin's got good taste.
There was a hell of a gap between those two.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. But then when he got tall in the second movie, she's like, okay, I can work with this. I don't think Hayden Christensen's done any work since then. Maybe like some voice stuff or whatever, but I think he got embarrassed.
He did stuff that wasn't like super mainstream. He did that. He did Jumper. He did. I actually really enjoy that movie. He did that movie with. It was a whole crew of with T.I. and I forget the movie, but they were like a bunch of bad dudes that teamed up and stole some shit. Kind of like an Ocean's 11 type of thing. And then he did some circus movie. He did some drama stuff from 9/11, and yeah, he was here and there, just not what you'd normally expect.
Right. He was probably going to auditions. He was like, he wrote down his resume, fucking Anakin Skywalker, being like, and then Hawkeye has to kill Black Widow to get the Soul Stone. But this is the best part, dude. They're like fighting over who wants to kill themselves to get the Soul Stone. They're like,
yeah, I thought they were both gonna like straight jump off at the same time.
Hawkeye's like, I'm gonna do it. She's like, no, dude, you got a family and shit, dude. Like, I'm gonna do it. I'm asking and stuff. He's like, no, I'm gonna do it because like I don't know why fucking Hawkeye was so willing to do it. Just because he didn't want Natalie to die, I guess.
Because he's Hawkeye and he didn't want to lose anybody else.
And yeah, and she is his like BFF.
Yeah.
she is his BFF too. So like, there's all that, you know. So Natalie ends up dying. Black Widow ends up dying. We're
That was
like,
the first part
damn.
I got
And then
like really emotional.
yeah, I was like, damn, dude. And they were like beating each other's ass, like while falling down the cliff and shit, dude. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? This is
That
crazy.
they need to make a Budapest movie. If they cover that in the Black Widow movie, that's gonna be
Oh
some awesome fucking
yeah.
fight scenes.
I also want to see a Ronin movie that took place during the like the 5 year gap of Endgame.
Right when he went on the spree of just
Yeah,
like
like him,
fucking
like him becoming
vigilante
Ronin.
all over the world.
Yeah, dude. That'd be a cool that'd be a cool fucking movie. Make that shit like 2.5 hours, man, because there's a lot of shit to cover of like him becoming Ronin, like him
Well,
finding out how he gets like.
he's getting a Hawkeye show on Disney Plus too, I think.
Oh damn! Disney Plus is gonna be killing it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to switch over from Hulu.
I get free Hulu because my friend Amanda gives me her Hulu access.
Nice.
Yeah. But then I also give everybody my DC TV access too. So like, there's also that trade. If you don't have my DC TV access, I'll give it to you, Ivan.
I usually pirate everything like an asshole.
Me too. But sometimes, like when Titans first came out, dude, I couldn't find any episodes on F movies anywhere. So I fucking, or not Titans, Young Justice. When Young Justice season 3 first came out, I find any episodes anywhere online. So I forked over the yearly access for DC TV.
Nice.
Yeah. I might end it at the end of the year, but because they're not doing the whole Swamp Thing. The Swamp Thing season got cut short, so they're only doing like a half season or some shit now. So I'm like, what the
I
fuck,
thought
dude?
they stopped it altogether. They're actually
No, it's
still
still coming
releasing some
out.
of it. That's cool.
They posted a teaser trailer for it, dude. They better still come out with it, and that was after the announcement of it being cut. Felix says Future Man on Hulu is great. Future Man is great. I've only seen the first season. I haven't caught up to the rest of it yet, but Future Man was fucking awesome.
I still haven't seen it. I've been watching.
It's good. It's super
Cloak and Dagger
sci-fi
lately.
cheese. Is the season
Oh,
2
so I'll
start?
fucking love it. A Future Man,
Does
yeah.
season 2 start?
Of
No,
Cloak and Dagger.
Cloak and Dagger.
Yeah, it's I think 4 episodes or 5 episodes in right now.
Oh shit! I know what I'm doing before bed.
Dude, it's good. It's so different
Cloak
from. It's just so
Cloak and
different from
Dagger's
other
so
movies or other shows. I mean,
Did you see Preacher at all?
yeah, I haven't seen the final season, but I like that too. Preacher's badass.
That shit's good.
They cast that
And
pretty
then-
perfectly.
Yes, they did. A lot of people were hated on Tulip until they saw the show. So, like,
Man, how can you hate on Tulip? She was fucking great in what you call it, Marvel's Agents of Shield.
Agents of Shield.
Yeah, dude,
baby.
she was badass in that.
Yeah, she was super badass. And then here's the goddamn cream of the crop of different but dope ass comic shows. You got the goddamn Legion on FX.
Are they? They're not ending that, are they? Or did they?
I know it's gonna have at least one more season.
Okay. I thought I saw it got renewed.
That shit is the cream of the crop of fucking comic book shows, man. That shit is goddamn amazing. The first episode blew me away because I could tell just right away the show has an amazing budget. They filmed this whole fucking scene in like the opening with a one shot. So I was like, all right, dude, they're using they paid money for this set, whatever they're using. If they're gonna be able to do a one shot like that, like Arrow does one shots like during like big fight scenes and shit, and it's cool, whatever. This is just a dude walking down a hallway, like when you're watching Birdman. Yeah, did you get
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, I did.
It's beautiful. I don't know. It's just fucking beautifully done. They're showing this whole facility, and then like later on when the shit's being destroyed and they're rescuing David from the fucking people that have him captive, or whatever.
Yeah.
Like this whole fight scene's done in a fucking one shot too when they're escaping from the fucking. Oh, dude, that shit. The first episode blew me away. I was like, "Fuck yeah, dude! This is how you do a goddamn first episode."
I like
man.
I like the scene where that they had in the pool. It was very like Clockwork Orange like, and it was just epic.
dude. Yeah, like you can't. You do anything, dude. You're either gonna get electrocuted or we're gonna gun you down, or both. You know, like
Yeah.
whoa. Yeah, that shit was awesome. So all the Avengers come back, minus Black Widow because she's dead now. They got the stones. Tony Stark makes a fucking Iron Man Infinity Gauntlet. You know what I thought was gonna happen in the movie?
What's that?
Like I knew they were gonna fight Thanos in the first act, but I didn't think they were gonna kill Thanos. I thought he was still fucking one shot all of them. They were gonna try to come back and re-strategize with Infinity Stones and shit. And I thought Tony Stark was gonna go with Thor and Rocket to like Niflheim to forge some sort of fucking Infinity armor. So he'd be able to be powerful to fucking actually use the stones without dying or whatever. And they were gonna go
that
fight
Asgardian armor would have been fucking badass. That golden black one that he has in the comics.
I think I have a toy of it, dude. I'm gonna turn my camera on for a second. All right. I think this is it right here.
Yeah, it looks like that.
Yeah. That shit's nice.
Dude, that would have been badass if he went there with Thor to get fucking Asgardian armor so he could actually wield the gauntlet. That would have been sick. But he still had to come up with a mechanism for that ending. Because there's no way you could just pull that sleight of hand to gather all of them.
Well, they already had the stones, and they were gonna show up, and the Tony Stark was gonna come in like with the ace as like the ace in the whole fucking Goku type shit, fucking rocking Infinity armor, and he claps his hands, fucking boom, and just fucking fixes everything, defeats Thanos, fixes everything.
Right.
But what they did was better. Fucking Hulk snaps his fingers, brings everybody back to life. Like, damn, you did it. This fucking Ant-Man goes to look out the window, and then boom, missiles just start coming in from fucking space, dude. Fucking just blowing up the whole Avengers facility. Like,
dude, I yelled no when I thought they killed that man.
Hawkeye didn't even have a chance to answer his phone when he sees his wife calling. Like,
I know. Oh my god.
Like he's
yelling at the screen, like, man.
Because at first he sees the phone ring and he's just in shock. Like, oh shit.
Yeah, like it really happened. It came true.
Oh my god. Like the way everyone is handling all the impacts and everything, it just felt fucking right. It felt so real. It felt good. Like, oh my god, dude. So the whole Avengers facility's got fucking blown up, dude. And like everybody's in there. Fucking Iron Man and shit's able to get out because he has this like armor like built into his bloodstream now. And fucking
yep, he's got that bleeding armor on.
Yeah, Hulk was able to get out. Fucking actually,
he was under the rubble.
Yeah, he was under the rumble. It took Ant-Man to get him and like Hawkeye and shit out. No, Hawkeye got out. Hawkeye was hugging
the gauntlet.
Yeah, he was hugging the gauntlet and he was fighting parademons while fucking running through explosions and shit, dude. Like, he was fucking killing it, dude. Like,
yeah, I don't think anybody else really would have survived that.
Hawkeye was fucking killing it, dude. Like this, that dude deserves the fucking MVP award for real.
No, it's the rat.
The rat definitely deserves.
if the
The rat-
rat never showed up,
The rat.
nobody would have. Yeah,
Already said in the beginning of this before you got on the fucking rat Master Splinter is the hero of the MCU.
he's
So
without him, there would have been a 2-minute movie.
yeah. It would have been just everybody just like groping around in pain, like everything sucks. There's nothing we can do.
It would have been that Cap AA scene, and that would have been it.
The Cap AA scene, we might have had a fucking scene with fucking Professor Hulk fucking kicking it with fans and shit. Like, hey.
Professor Hulk, though, I like people that are bitching about that because they didn't know
Why would you
Professor
bitch
Hulk
about
was like
Professor
an
Hulk?
actual. Because people didn't know. Like, oh, why isn't he smashing stuff? Because that's a
I had
whole
one
other
friend-
character that you didn't read about.
I had one friend, so I was watching it with my friend Jordan and my friend Inessa, and we're on our way to dropping off Inessa. She's like, why didn't they do the Bruce Banner Hulk as a Gray Hulk, dude? That's what she was pissed about, that it wasn't Gray Hulk. I was like, that's actually a legitimate argument, but Professor Hulk was always Green Hulk, and then Maestro, fucking gangster ass Hulk, was the Gray Hulk, you know, fucking.
I think
skip the whole Gray.
Yeah,
Like he
I
was
think
a fucking
Gladiator
gangster.
Hulk would have been so much so much more badass. They could have made him.
Oh yeah, dude. Gladiator Hulk was downplayed in Thor Ragnarok, but he was still fucking. It wasn't a Hulk movie, you know. If it was a Hulk movie, dude, he would have been unstoppable.
He needs that Hulk movie.
We can't get a Hulk movie. The same reason why we can't get a Namor movie.
I think he might be the big bad in Black Panther 2.
He can be. You can get Namor to be an ensemble or a fucking part of another movie, just like Hulk was in Thor. But Universal Studios owns, I think, both those characters. I know they own Hulk. That's
Really?
why the first Hulk movie is part of the MCU. But then after that, dude, they couldn't have any more Hulk solo movies because it's Disney now. Like the first, like whatever, 2 or 3 movies weren't bought by Disney yet.
Man, the next phase is going to be nuts once they bring in those characters.
Yeah, so like once Iron Man, whoever distributed Iron Man and produced and made Iron Man, I forget who it was. They had some sort of side contract to do the Hulk, to have it tie in with that shit, dude. Like at the time, and then Disney bought the whole Marvel contract, but that didn't include Hulk because that was just a one-time thing. But they got rights to use Hulk as an ensemble piece.
Yeah,
just like how they got renting rights for Spider-Man. But Spider-Man, Sony's cooler than Universal. They're like, you guys can have fucking Spider-Man movies, but we got these other 600 toys to play with of the whole fucking franchise. So have fun.
What are you looking forward to in the next phase?
The next phase, I am looking forward to possibly seeing some Kraven the Hunter.
Ooh, that'd be a good one.
Like in the third Spider-Man, maybe fucking start I know that's the phase after the third Spider-Man, probably try to do a Kraven's Last Hunt. If they can make it work.
That would be
Because I think they
badass.
should
Somebody else brought up Secret Wars, I think. Like a Spider-Man
Secret Wars
movie,
would be
but
cool.
Secret Wars.
Secret Wars would be cool. I think it'd be trying to be too much like Into the Spider-Verse. Because fucking Marvel saw how kick-ass fucking that movie did. And I don't know. I think I'd want my Spider-Man movies to be a little bit more fucking low key at first. You know, like Mysterio is a big fucking character to use, but how they're using them is fucking. I think that like how they're using Mysterio looks like it's going to be pretty legit. You know, I want the just to keep it to the fucking one or two villain thing for a while. Have it build up.
You still want
to
to
a
be
fucking
the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, don't you?
well that and like. Dude, having him go against like the Sinister Six and shit in a third movie, dude, that's too much, dude. Like,
Well, I don't know, man. He went out in space. He's got that. What was the mode that he
yeah,
activated?
Insta kill mode.
Yeah. Oh my god. That
Dude,
shit was
people were
epic.
mad about that, dude. People were mad about like Spider-Man would never go into insta kill mode. Like, what the fuck, dude? This isn't a regular
What are you talking
Spider-Man
about?
moment, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
no, that's
this just woke up from the dead, and he's being
yeah, that's
attacked by the alien
that
that
was a
killed
dead
him.
Spider-Man that just came back to life and was like, "Oh fuck this, I'm not dying again." I don't
He's
blame him at
fighting the
all.
same aliens that killed him. I'm pretty sure he'd be like Karen, insta kill mode, boom, right away. I would.
Yeah, fuck that.
Even insta kill mode was fucking trash, dude. He got to get saved by the fucking the female squad, and they were just tossing around like whatever. And then they did their girl power moment, which I
I thought that
think
was badass. I thought of my daughter. I was like, A-Force, make it happen.
I think I don't even think that scene was in the original script, dude. I think fucking Brie Larson just like used her fucking feminist powers to push for that fucking scene to put it in there. I don't even think it was in the original fucking thing.
Screw it, let it be. Let all the women come
Yeah,
together and make a movie.
yeah, that was cool. I read an article. I don't know if it was for real or not. She was talking about wanting to make a all female Avengers movie.
Yeah, I mean, it would just be A-Force, and it would have. They'd bring to life She-Hulk. That would be badass.
Oh yeah, She-Hulk would be the shit.
I can't wait for that.
I
People are
wonder if
giving her so
She-Hulk.
much shit about like
I wonder if
wanting
she's
to
a
do
Fox
that and doing the
property.
feminist power thing. You wonder what?
I wonder if she's a Fox property because she was part of the Fantastic Four multiple times.
Yeah, but
And
isn't Fantastic Four coming?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's I wonder if she's like I wonder like I don't know if she's a Hulk property or a Fantastic Four property or like or a type of Fox property. You know what I'm saying? Because she's bounced around on different teams. She's been on the Avengers, West Coast Avengers, Fantastic Four. Like she's been on multiple different teams, dude. Like
Yeah, I'm sure they'll bring her out at some point.
Felix said the female scene looked really stupid. Saying
Everybody says that it looks forced because they want it to look forced. Shit happens.
that shit happens. It didn't bother me. It didn't get the eye roll that when I saw Captain Marvel and I'm just a girl started playing during that one fight scene. It didn't get the eye roll that scene did. So,
Man, I loved all of the music in that, but I'm a '90s kid, so
music. I just saw like this song right now. Oh, the Cheese Factor.
yeah,
But then I
they had to
watched
have it in
Shazam.
there.
I watched goddamn it Shazam, and that movie is 100% cheesy, and I was fucking grinning ear to ear the whole time. But
Oh, me too. And then Megan Good came on the screen, and I was just fucking smiling.
oh my god, the second time I saw it, I was with my friend and her 7-year-old son, and then when they got to that boardroom scene, oh my god, he just started freaking out, dude. He just like crawled up onto it on top of his mom and started crying and shit, dude. It was hilarious.
The of the 7 deadly sins.
Yeah.
That shit was funny.
And what's crazy because because she asked me before we went and saw the movie. She's like, "Would it be cool for Jackson to see it?" And I'm all like, "Yeah, there might be a couple scenes that might be a little rough, but it's totally fucking fine for kids. Besides a couple scenes, and that boardroom scene was one of them. And then she knew right away when that shit was coming up. She's like, "Oh, dude, this is one of them." Like, and so she was already to take control.
Yeah.
And then like on the way home, she's like, "That scene really wasn't even that bad." I'm like, "I know, but what's fucked up about it is they leave it to imagination of what's really going on inside that boardroom. So like maybe he just has a really dark imagination. I don't know."
I mean, they kind of started off and then pan out to the other side.
You know, that's kind of freakier than just seeing it flat right. Just leaving it to your own sort of fucked up mind to tell you what happened. That's, you know, sometimes that's scarier than some R-rated shit where you just see it happen. You're like, "Oh, someone just got their head eaten off. Okay, whatever." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, they're playing fucking Infinity Glove football like during that whole last battle. That shit is hilarious.
Yeah, fucking Spider-Man
So
was a running back.
Yeah, Dalen keeps saying, so like when Captain Marvel showed up and blowing up ships, whatever, and she's fucking fighting Thanos, he keeps on saying that Captain Marvel cheated, or not Captain Marvel, but Thanos cheated during that fight so he could win. I'm like, how did he cheat? He's like, he used Power Stone. I'm like, so what? He had the Power Stone available in his reach, you know.
Well, that
So
was
he
the
just
only
used
way
the
that he was
resource.
going to be able to. That was the only way he was going to be able to get her off. But if she didn't show up, he would have snapped his finger and everybody would have died. So it was like showing off the strength of both Scarlet Witch and Captain Marvel. Because Scarlet Witch fucked them up too.
Scarlet Witch was kicking ass. I liked how they had the Holy Trinity of Iron Man, Cap, and Thor fucking doing their little three-way thing on them, and then fucking Scarlet Witch and Captain Marvel like doing their little fucking two-way thing on them and a whole separate thing. I was like, because
it was a one-on-one when they came up. Because Scarlet Witch did it by herself and then got flicked away, and then Captain Marvel held his hand open with all of the stones in there, like fucking Cap.
That's right.
That was
that's
insane.
right. Dude, it was. Dude, then he ripped the Power Stone out of the gauntlet and he just started fucking. He just smacked her fucking like 10 blocks away. Then fucking Tony came in. Took all the stones. I thought he took at least one, or he knocked one of them out of the gauntlet. Because when Thanos smacked him away, I thought I saw the Soul Stone flying off the gauntlet, but that just ended up probably just being a piece of fucking fire or something. I don't know.
Oh, there's a lot of shit flying around at that time.
So,
I thought he took the gauntlet, like, because they wouldn't show it at first. They had like Thanos back, and then you couldn't see his arm or whatever. And I was thinking in my head, like, fucking Tony took the gauntlet, so he made it to have a failsafe. And I wish they would have explained it, like, you know how they explain how Vision was built or how Ultron was built and shit like that. I wish they would have explained, or maybe they'll do it on different, like later in the future, how he built that failsafe of how he was able to just slide all the stones off of that fucking gauntlet. Because that was pretty fucking cool.
Oh, dude, I just think all his nanotech is just linked together, so he was able to just fucking, because that was his makeshift gauntlet, and I knew Thanos had the gauntlet because when he smacked Tony away, he used his gauntlet hand. So when you still see the gauntlet on his arm when he's smacking Tony out of the way. So I knew fucking he didn't have the whole gauntlet, but. It didn't. I wasn't seeing it. I wasn't looking if the stones were on there because it looked like the Soul Stone fell off and you could see it flying. But I was totally wrong because he had them all. So I didn't think he had the nanotechnology sync together and just fucking slide that shit in while he had the gauntlet bear hugged. You know.
Yeah. But then you saw that nanotech afterwards, like carrying the stones into his armor.
Yeah. Fucking made that shit. He's damn Iron Man and saved the universe. I thought he was gonna let Thanos live.
No, he was sick of his shit.
Because he was the last one to burst, but then he just fucking. I like how Thanos didn't have some sort of like monologue and all this shit. He just fucking sat down. He's like, God damn it, this sucks.
The I am Iron Man part was fucking epic.
Yeah, Tony Stark went full circle.
Yeah.
It was good. It was a fun ride. I was crying. I wasn't crying at the funeral, but I was crying at the park bench scene when Cap handed the shield to Sam.
I was so happy because it was going to be between Buck and Sam, but I have I had both of those comics actually, but
Nah.
I sold my Winter Soldier one, and I have that
Sam's
first Falcon series.
Sam's been Captain America more. Sam's been Captain America more times than Bucky has.
Yeah, yeah. But I have the most recent run of Falcon
Nice.
Captain America, which is awesome.
Wasn't that going on during Secret Empire?
Yeah, it was. I got it right around that same time because I have the beginnings of Secret Empire, and then I stopped collecting for a while.
Dude, I had to stop collecting because I was going crazy, dude. I started out, I was just buying Spectacular Spider-Man every month. And then
yeah, dude, my pull box collected for a year. I was like, no, I'm done.
Dude, yeah, and then I kept on seeing other shit that I liked, and then it became fucking me going just like once a month to every single week on Wednesday. The shop closest to my house opens up at 11:00 a.m. I would leave my house at 10:30, and I'd get there at 10:45. So I'd still be waiting like 15 minutes outside for the fucking shop to open. I'd spend like 50 to 80 bucks every week, and I'm like, I had to quit. I just had to just quit. I was like, I was at the comic book store like a fucking junkie, you know, like
yeah.
it was not good.
No, dude, it gets fucking
good,
expensive, man.
I was like, oh, I can't wait till this fucking miniseries ends so if I can start saving money. No, that miniseries ends and you end up buying a new miniseries that you would had your eye on for the past fucking week, or 2 weeks, or whatever.
Dude, always something out.
It fucking sucks. If Hanna-Barbera crosses over with DC again and makes a fucking Flintstone series as good as their Jetson series, I'll buy that shit.
Man, it's been a while since I've seen either of those.
Those is good ass 6-issue run of the Jetsons. It's fucking it doesn't look like the cartoon or whatever at all, dude. It's like an all brand new shit. But like it's a short little 6-issue run, but at the end of the thing, at the end of the book, a spoiler alert, fucking the whole Earth gets rebooted because like everybody's living in these pods, like in the sky and shit that like are held down by like these really super long pillars in the Earth, but you can't go to the surface of the Earth because it's all fucking radioactive and infected and shit. You have to wear these fucking suits, whatever. So that's why everyone lives in the sky and shit, right?
Yeah.
So like there's this meteor that's coming. It's the third meteor because the first one is the one that wiped out the dinosaurs. The second one is the one that is why everybody lives in the sky now and everything's radioactive. Now there's a third one. And you find out these were never meteors in the first place. These were fucking aliens coming in on spaceships to come to the fucking planet to fucking restore it to how it's supposed to be or whatever, fucking bring in vegetation and shit. Like, so we never got hit by any meteors or comets or whatever, dude. It's always been aliens the whole time. They've been trying to help our planet out, and dude, it's crazy, dude. So like at the end, they end up encountering the last meteor. That's how you find out it was an alien or whatever to begin with. And like George Jetson gets like these super fucking like telepathy powers and shit, dude. It's crazy. And so he's able to talk to the dog. He's the only one that can talk to Astro. Or what's the dog's name?
Yeah, it was Astro, right?
It's Astro. Yeah, he's the only one that can talk to Astro, and like he can read Judy's mind and all this other shit. It's fucking it's wacky.
That's
It's
pretty
like
epic.
super
That's
serious. Yeah,
better than the cartoons.
it's way better than the
I
cartoon.
like the cartoons though.
I do like the cartoons. That's what I'm saying. If they make a 6-issue fucking Flintstone series like that, dude, I'd be like, fuck yeah, dude. And
Yeah, that'd be pretty
it'd be a
fucking
good way to
awesome.
do it. It'd be a good way to do it because they branch it off of the Earth being rebooted from the end of the Jetsons series, and then like thousands of years later, now we're back to prehistoric times and shit. You know, like they could do it.
That would be badass.
They could
It'd
do
probably
it,
sell
man.
well too.
DC, Hanna-Barbera, hire me.
You write that shit, dude.
I got ideas, fam. We can go far. I might even be. You can even have me as a consultant on making your movies better. I'm like, just do it like you do the animated movies because those are good. DCEU, do your movies like the animated movies, but actually fucking fork out the fucking money to make it look good. Like, don't make the shit look like Justice League, your shitty green screens and your poor sets. Do it.
Yeah, they need to do Blackest Night.
Dude,
that's what they need to do.
Cyborg looks better on goddamn it Doom Patrol than he does on Justice League.
I still haven't seen Doom Patrol.
That's why you need my DC TV access. I don't even think the season's done yet, so you got time. You got time to catch up before I do a fucking review on that shit. I still need to catch up. Everyone's been using my access, so I'm like, I keep on forgetting where I leave off on a show because it all just shows up under the same thing. I'm like, God damn it. Everyone's watched the shit but me.
Still need to catch up on that one.
Young Justice Season 3 was the shit. Or the first half, anyway. I did a review on the first half, and I was trying to record the whole season so that I could make a compilation of every time Halo dies, and then my OBS was completely fucked up. It was recording just like a corner of my screen. I was like, God damn it, dude! Like, I stayed up all night and left my fucking computer running on OBS in a complete silent room, so I could like in a completely so I can fucking record the shit and fucking edit some stuff in and make it really make my reviews like dope, like the fucking average YouTube reviews and stuff. Oh my god, I fucked everything up. But now if I go and do it again, like if I do something else and have the same idea, I'll be able to do it right because I have my OBS set up fucking to look good. And I was just so mad. I was like, God damn it, dude! I just fucking filmed the corner of the fucking episode.
That's so shitty.
The whole goddamn
you gotta
theory.
go through it all again.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't do it. I was just like, I just went on my show. I was like, here's what I was supposed to do. And I didn't do it. And then I found out someone actually already had done it on YouTube. So I was like, here's the one we're gonna watch. But it wasn't as good as the one mine would be better. Mine was gonna have a little bit of context in it. And then, oh man, because the one when Lobo kills her, oh fuck, dude, that's the best one. He fucking he guts her with his little like fish hook type
That's
fucking chain
brutal,
whip.
man. Yeah,
he fucking guts her.
His giant chain.
Yeah, oh my god, I was like, that's the best one. The one where Ra's al Ghul's homie, I forget his name, but the one when he kills her is pretty good too. One of these times, she's not going to come back, dude. They're going to kill her, and she's not going to come back.
Comic book character, man. They're always going to come back.
But her whole deal is she just gets she'll die, then her body just reacts and purple auras her and fucking heals her back as normal. One of these times, dude, like she'll be in some sort of thing, or her powers won't work, and they're going to kill her. But then they'll take off the bracelets or they'll remove her from the chamber. Then all of a sudden they'll kick back in. That was like the cliffhanger at the end of the season. That, oh, dude, she's back. Halo's back. You know, because if they're gonna kill someone that brutally, they're always gonna bring them back to life.
Always, dude.
They did that shit in They didn't. There was. Did you see Young Justice versus the Fatal Five?
No, I haven't seen that one.
All right, it's DCAU canon, so it's pretty cool. But so the current Green Lantern, she's having this dream, but it's not really a dream; it's a flashback. But they play it off as a dream, and in this dream, dude, 2 people get gunshot wounds to the head.
Oh,
So
shit.
like, but that's why they play it off as a dream. But later you find out, like, no, that shit really happened. It was a flashback. So like, that's how they're able to get away with shit like that. If it's a dream or it didn't really happen, or like, that's how they get away with a lot of their violence. So that's cool. I like how they do that.
It's a good way to play it off.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and it goes by with the studios, the critics, the people who make the ratings. Like, it's all good when it's like, oh, it was only fucking, it didn't really happen or whatever. You can be as brutal as you want then, like, because with fucking Halo dying all the time, but that's on DC's own little private network. But kids be watching everything on there, so I can. Yeah.
All right, brother. I gotta head to bed. I'm gonna have an early morning tomorrow. More packing and shit.
I gotta try to have an early morning too. Thank you for coming on, man. I'm gonna
brother. Whenever I can.
Everyone, thanks for coming in and liking and subscribing and having us bullshit about our favorite movies and all that stuff, man. Thank you for just coming on, being nerds with us, being cool, super chill. And tell your friends and family. I'll have some comedy posted in a couple days. I was gonna post it actually some comedy today, but I ended up missing an open mic out of town last night. So you guys gotta wait a couple days because I'm not just posting one set anymore. People need 10-minute videos, I guess. So I'll see you guys.
Tag me when it's posted, brother.
I will, Ivan. Take care, being a family man. Go wake up early. I gotta wake up early too. If I get a good 8 hours, man, it'll be 9 in the morning. All right.
Lucky if that happens. All right, man.
See ya.